Are we good? Is everything okay? Is everything working again? Is everything working? Oh, I actually think it is working. Holy shit. Okay, good. That was fun. Took a little longer than normal to restart router. I don't know what happened there. Fun times though. Fun times, everyone. Yeah. Oh, it didn't like my laugh. My microphone didn't like my laugh. It stopped. It started to stop picking up. I saw it go down. I was laughing. Okay, microphone. Oh, we're losing frames. Frames? We're losing. Yeah, we're using frames. We're losing internet. What the hell's happening? What's happening right now? My internet's getting fucked up. Well, this is a fun time, huh? Oh, no, we're back again. Okay, this is, okay. Alright, well, that's not ideal, honestly. Okay. I'm looking at the numbers there, and I'm like, it seems like it's running fine now, but it dropped, it went red, and then, I don't know. Alright, well, whatever. We're good, I guess. Okay, I don't know. I'm gonna say we're good. I'm gonna go ahead and say we are good. We'll be good, and if we're not, then we'll stop, or I don't know, continue, and maybe it'll. Because I think when I continue, like the stream acts normally, like like YouTube does a weird thing. I think it kind of like records what you're doing, and then like so as long as it's normal on my end, it should be okay if the stream lags. But obviously, as you're watching it live, it'll jumble up if that does happen. But it does seem to be okay now, thankfully. Okay, Bad End Theater. I've been meaning to play this game for a while. I was gonna play it with Colleen. We were gonna both do the voices, but there are only 4 characters. I don't think only 4. There's 4 main characters. I don't think there's more other side characters or something. I don't think so. It's a very short game. It's supposed to be like, is there other buttons? Music, settings. Let's go settings. Nothing in there I should know about. Skip, after choice. Yeah. This game has a, accessibility? Self-voicing. What does that mean? Self-voicing.
Self-voicing enabled. Self-voicing unselected.
What the fuck? I don't know.
Self-voicing off.
Self-voicing
is that disabled?
Okay? Is that like it? If you look over something, it'll
on. Off selected. On.
Oh, okay. So that's what that is. All right. I don't want that. No. I don't want that. Okay. That's pretty cool, actually. That's the thing. That was deja vu sounds. Oh, what the fuck? Oh. Okay, that's more clear, but it's less classic-y, you know? Okay. So yeah, we'll just start this up. I played one of their games, Nom Nom Nami. That's the person who made this. I played one of their games before. It was actually pretty good, and I enjoyed it a lot. Played it on my phone. So actually all of their games I think are on mobile. Or no, a majority of them are, not all of them. Majority. I put the link in the description for their itch.io page. Find all their games there. They're all, I mean, if you want aside from Bad End Theater, they're all free. Obviously, if itch.io gives you the choice to pay if you want to support them, if you like their stuff, you know. Alright, welcome to Bad End Theater. On this stage, we should be toying with fate. You will make many choices, unlocking darker and darker paths, all in order to witness a lovely variety of tragic events. Oh boy, oh boy. But first, allow me to explain how it works. Begin the tutorial, select whichever doll you like. You are the human doll, the demon. Now let's do the demon doll. You control the demon doll, you're a fierce looking guy, you're just minding your own business. How you interact with the human doll? Attack it, play nice. It's play nice. You try to friends with the human doll, but it kills you in cold blood. How ruthless! You found your very first bad ending. But don't worry, the story did not end here. Let's reset the stage and try again. This time, try controlling the other doll. You control the human doll. You're a friendly little guy, just minding your own business. How do you interact with the demon doll? Play nice. You and the demon doll are able to set aside your differences and become friends. Why, this isn't a bad ending at all. I should have written out this possibility. It's just not suited to my theater whatsoever. Now that you know how the story goes, you can set the doll's behavior in advance. As you just saw, these behaviors will automatically be set to what you choose during the last playthrough. Now you can turn each one on or off without having to replay from the doll's perspective. Yes, my theater actually doubles as a puzzle game. Try turning the doll's behaviors on and off and see the different outcomes. Oh, okay. So now if we turn hostile and wicked on, and then demon. You control the demon doll. You're a fierce-looking guy, minding your own business. How to interact with the demon doll. You both attack each other and die at once. Okay. Good. End tutorial. I'm done. You understand how to play? Absolutely. This game saves progress automatically. You relax and collect all the bad endings at your own pace. Alright. Without further ado, let's start the show. Alright. So, hero, maiden, underling, or overlord. Let's do overlord first. Jesus Christ. You are the overlord. You live in a castle surrounded by your demon servants. It's a pretty cushy life, you'd think. Except for those pesky humans who keep killing members of your army. There's even a role called hero whose whole purpose in life is to dethrone you. What's their deal anyway? You've actually avoided pissing off the humans in hopes they'll leave you and your army alone, but they never do. You're still new to the whole overlord thing. If you're being quite honest with yourself, you don't really understand the politics of it all. But you remind yourself, everyone's just doing their best to fulfill the roles. You won't let them bait you into being the evil overlord they expect. You think you're pretty cool and mature to hold yourself to a higher standard like that. One of your underlings walks into your room, totally interrupting your thoughts about how awesome you are. They're saying something about how boring it is to stand in one place guarding the castle all the time. Especially since no one ever comes here anyway. You see their point, but the way they're whining about it kind of bothers you. What to do with this underling? Let me get back to work. Grant them the day off. You tell them to go take a break from the stifling castle atmosphere and refresh their dark soul. The day off should be fine every once in a while. Okay, so there's no actual proper dialogue? I didn't actually realize that. It's just, okay, it's all narration. Okay. They thank you and happily scurry off to do who knows what. You have nothing better to do today, so you decide to nap for a little while. Being the overlord sure is great. Okay. You awake to a huge commotion outside. A hero has shown up and started totally murdering your soldiers. What the hell, guy? You rush out into the battlefield to confront this jerkwad. You curse at him and very rudely inquire his reason for doing all this. The hero yells at you, demanding you return the maiden you're holding captive. You don't know what he's talking about, but you can't forgive his actions. You do battle with the hero, but he's grown strong from cutting down your army. You're unable to defeat him. With decisive swings, he stabs and cuts you to pieces. You fall. You have failed your subjects. You spit curses weakly. You wish you'd been stronger. Maybe you were never suited to be the overlord in the first place. Truth was, you're never that much more powerful than the demons who served you. It was the title, the control that gave you strength. These are your thoughts as you're swallowed by darkness. Ah. So that's how quick you can get the endings. I did not realize that. Okay. So this game can be very, very quick. Okay. Okay. Here now. Let's try that. You are the hero. You like to think of yourself as a pretty reliable and swell guy. Your life has been rather ordinary aside from the occasional heroic adventures, fighting with monsters and whatnot. You're told a maiden from your village has been kidnapped and is likely being held captive at the nearby demon overlord's castle. Who even puts a village right next to where an entire demon army hangs out? You don't get it. You're happy to protect the townspeople, though. You were born to play this role. You head off on your adventure to rescue the maiden. But demon soldiers block your path. You can kill them to gain experience. Hopefully. Forgetting your pride, you escape with your life. But you can't return home now, your reputation will be ruined. You wonder how you ever be able to rescue that maiden all on your own if you can't even fight some lousy demon underlings. You don't think your chances at the castle. You're here after all. This is your job. After a long trek, you make your way to the castle's front gates. You're faced with an army of demons that looks very intimidating. There's no way to sneak past these monsters. If you want to reach the Overlord, ask if they'll let you in. You go up to the nearest demon and explain why you've come here. They stare you down, and you feel very uncomfortable. They seem to trust you and escort you directly to the Overlord's chambers. Well, that was easy. The Overlord is alone. You ask about the maiden, but the Overlord doesn't seem to know what you're talking about. Was she really never here? You wonder what could have happened to her. The Overlord says she wishes she could help you, but you're the first demon that's come here in forever, at least that she knows of. You think of how you probably shouldn't trust her, seeing as she's a demon and all, but you can't really prove she's lying either. You apologize for the intrusion and return home to your village. The maiden was never found. Useless hero end. Sure, useless hero, I guess. Okay. Oh. Okay. Underling. You are a demon underling in service of the Overlord. You aren't particularly strong, but not particularly weak either. That's what your friends tell you. On my neck. Blah. Ouch. Your job is to guard the castle and keep humans away. It's unbearably boring. Heroes rarely come all the way here to challenge the Overlord anyway. It's a lot of standing in one place, staring into nothing. You feel like you're gonna go crazy if you don't get a break. You decide to ask the Overlord for a day off. She's surprisingly cool with it? Nice! You set on your adventure outside the castle. The change of atmosphere excites you. You spend some time rolling around in the grass, wild and free. As you make your way along the path to the nearby human village, you encounter a maiden. She seems very frightened and screams for a hero to come save her. You consider your options. Gobble her up. Tell her to quit yelling. There you go. When the maiden realizes you're not going to hurt her, she regains her composure. Now she's started talking to you like you're friends or something. You don't understand humans at all. You speak the same language, of course, which has always confused you, because why is there conveniently only one language in the world? If demons and humans have independent societies, wouldn't it make sense for them to each have their own language? Yeah, that would make a lot of sense. The maiden is going on about some kind of destiny she's trying to fulfill. The bottom line for what you gather is that she wants you to take her to the Overlord. Oh, let me drink water. Oh. Sounds like it could be interesting. Besides, you have nothing better to do. Satisfied with your day out, you take the maiden back to the castle and present her to the Overlord. They seem to get along just fine. She decided it's about time for a nap. Okay. You don't get to sleep long. Your friends wake you up. Rude. One of them is stepping on you pretty hard. You ask them what their deal is. They say they're planning a whole revolution. They're going to get rid of the current Overlord and put a new ruler in place. They want to hear if you're in or out. And being a pretty lazy underling, you of course reply with, "That sounds like a lot of trouble. How about we just skip it instead?" Your friends question your loyalty to their cause. Your friends seem pretty disappointed. They apologize to you. Before you can ask what they're sorry about, one of them suddenly seizes you. Someone who's still loyal to the Overlord really has no place in our castle, you understand, right? Their claws tighten around your neck. You don't bother to struggle. You're outnumbered. You already know how things like this end. This is a pretty messed up thing to do to a friend, you tell them. And they slit your throat in response. Faithful underling end. Great. Alright. Hungry and disloyal. Let's go with the maiden. You are a maiden. You live in a peaceful village next to a spooky demon overlord's castle. You're told you're fated to be captured by the Overlord one day because you're a beautiful young girl. Demon Overlords apparently love capturing those. You'd think of how you haven't heard of that actually happening to anyone, but maybe the demons just haven't been given the opportunity? Who knows? You're in church, so you pray to your God asking why you've been born to the role of the maiden. You respect the divine plan and all, but you're really just curious as to what the point of it is. You are impatient. Meeting a demon actually sounds pretty gosh darn exciting. Maybe you'd understand your role better if you were just to hurry up and get captured already. You leave a note and venture forth to find a demon, just to, see what happens. Not long into your little adventure, a demon underling appears before you. It's pretty scary. Introduce yourself. You tell the demon your name and explain that you're a maiden from the village. You tell him you're thinking maybe you can understand your role better if you were to hurry up and get taken away by a demon already. The demon doesn't really seem to have really been listening to you, which is a little irritating. They agree to take you to their master nonetheless. And after a long walk to the castle, you introduce the Overlord. You explain where you've come, and she squints at you. Turns out she never had any plans to capture maidens, or to do anything else that would agitate the humans. You wonder for a moment if she would be lying, but it doesn't really seem like it. Still, this doesn't make any sense to you. You've always been told that demons would one day seek you out, and something awful would happen, and a hero would come to your rescue. You don't want to believe you've been lied to all along. Maybe it's just that you haven't been maiden-like enough. You asked Overlord what you should do to be a more suitable maiden, but she didn't seem to understand. Just go and stop worrying about Destiny so much. She makes it sound so simple. The Overlord seems like the complete opposite of you. You want to learn more about her and how she thinks. You insist on staying to talk with her more. The Overlord shares many stories about demons with you, and little by little, you realize they might not be the ruthless monster you were raised to believe. As it turns out, she commanded her demons to avoid towns and villages. She didn't want to risk giving the humans any excuse to send a hero after them. You realize that must be why you've never heard of any demons attacking your town. You express your gratitude to the Overlord on behalf of your village. She says you can thank her by telling the humans to stop raising heroes. She's tired of her servants getting killed off by them. You've always thought demons were violent and unreasonable creatures, but it seems the Overlord could say the same of humans. They may be different, but they're really just trying to live their lives the same as you. You feel like you're starting to understand things a lot better. But maybe everything I said was to deceive you and the other humans. What would you do if I turned out to be super evil all along? Even if she were to capture you now, you think this place is far more interesting than the way things are back home. You kind of like not being told to expect demons to come after you all the time. You feel free. Honestly, you've always kept it yourself, but spending time with this Overlord has been very nice. You feel butterflies in your stomach. As you think that, a hero enters the room. You're surprised to see him at first, until you realize he must have been sent to retrieve you. Confused, the hero is asking what's going on. You explain the situation, reassuring him that you are never in any danger. The hero expresses his relief that this whole misunderstanding had led to any horrible consequences. You apologize for causing trouble, but really? Didn't anyone leave the note you left? The note you left? Sheesh. Sheesh. Oh, good. The hero asks you to return to the village with him to give everyone the news of your safety. The Overlord allows the two of you to leave, and you give her a little wave as you exit the room. You'll be back soon. You're about halfway back to the village when you feel something is off. Unable to shake your concern, you look back over your shoulder. You stop in your tracks. The castle is engulfed in flames. Is the Overlord alright? You can't return to the village like this, you have to know. You have to be sure everyone is safe. You've already taken off before the hero can even think of stopping you. You scan the fleeing demons, but the Overlord isn't among them. Against your better judgment, you rush into the burning castle to find her. You quickly reach the Overlord's room, but the door is shut tight. The handle is too hot to touch. You're too weak to force it open. You pound your fists against the door helplessly. What were you thinking? This is all because you'd forgotten your role. Only a hero can pull this kind of thing off. You start to cough. The smoke is too thick. You can hardly breathe. You realize you haven't got much time left now. You desperately head toward the stairs to save yourself. But the fire spread faster than you expected. You won't make it outside. You can't help but laugh. What a joke. A maiden saving the Overlord? If you just stay true to your role, things wouldn't have ended like this. That's exactly the kind of punishment you deserve. You let the demon fire cleanse your rotten soul. Damn. Selfless maiden and B. Buh. Oops. I didn't mean to. I meant to. Okay, well, you're the hero, blah, blah, blah. Can I, how much can I skip? Skip up to the, okay, so you can skip up to this. Let's bravely slaughter them. Make quick work of the vile creatures who stood in your way. You feel much stronger now. After a long trek, you make it to the castle's front gates. You're intimidating, blah, blah, blah. Beautiful. Let's try this again. You still explain why you've come, but the monster before you is eyeing you with suspicion. They cannot but notice the demon blood from earlier you hadn't had the chance to wash off yet. Whoops. You know she's with the army in self-defense. Oh well, more experience points for you. You make your way through the castle, fending off all the demons that stand in your way. You make it to the Overlord's chamber and hope you're still in time to save the maiden. You find the maiden being held captive by the Overlord, just as you suspected. But for some reason, you can't sense anything sinister happening? You all look at each other in surprise and confusion. There's no time to hesitate. She explained she came here on her own and was never in any danger. She hesitantly asks why you're covered in blood. You don't know how to respond. The Overlord moves past you and out the door to see your army in lifeless bloody piles. She's wailing. It's horrible. This is your chance, hero. You hope she'll let this whole thing slide if you could explain yourself. You really try, but the Overlord is just inconsolable. She tears you apart and the maiden watches in silence. As you die, you can't help but think you probably deserve this. Tragic hero and yikes. Alrighty then. Let's do that. Let's do that. Polite. Okay. We'll just do those things for now. We'll skip. Flee again. Let us in. The Overlord maiden seemed to be in the middle of some casual conversation when you barge in. You all look at each other in surprise and confusion. No time to hesitate. Okay. The maiden explains that she was never actually captured, came here of her own volition. That was a pretty dangerous thing of her to do, but no one got hurt, so at least there's that. You ask her to return to town with you to reassure everyone of her safety. The Overlord allows the two of you to leave, and you casually exit the castle. You try to make conversation with the maiden, but she's pretty quiet since leaving the Overlord's room. Is she shy? She suddenly stops in her tracks. You turn your head to ask what the deal is. Oh, the Overlord's castle is engulfed in flames. You can't help but feel relieved you got the maiden out of there when you did, but she suddenly takes off toward the burning castle. Panic sets in. You follow to try and stop her. The smoke is so thick, you've already lost sight of her. What's she thinking? It's too dangerous to continue. You feel hopeless. You stand alone at the castle gates. Your body won't allow you to take another step forward. No, going in there would be suicide. You return to the villagers and tell them there was nothing you could do. You're too late. The maiden was claimed by the demons. Oh. Bystander hero envy. Oh, okay. Damn. Okay. Alright, let's continue this. Let's do the same thing here. You wait to knock on your door. The underling from earlier brought back some company. It's a maiden from the nearby human village. She says her role is to be captured by you. The maiden then goes on to say that she's been getting very impatient thinking about her impending capture. She's come here to speed things along. You appreciate her honesty, but regret to inform her you never had any plans to capture any humans. She seems very disappointed by this. Perhaps I'm not performing her role well enough? How can I become more maiden-like? You don't really understand the question. You think this world puts way too much focus on destiny and junk. Just go home and stop worrying about it, you tell her. The maiden seems to be having a hard time wrapping her head around this. She insists that she stay and talk to you more. You feel warm inside as she looks into your eyes. This is the first time a human has looked at you without contempt. You wonder what to say. Or stay for a while. You can't bring yourself to send this maiden away. She just got here. You enjoy a nice long chat with her, sharing stories about your kind. She expresses her surprise that demons are not all what she expected them to be. You're glad she seems to have an open mind about these kind of things. You also bring up how you always instruct your army to avoid humans, not to agitate them and get heroes sent after you. That explains why the people in my village have been left unharmed. It's because of your orders, isn't it? We're very grateful. You're surprised to hear her thank you. You've always thought of humans to be violent and unreasonable. That's why your servants are always getting killed, despite your efforts to leave them alone. But this maiden is different. You joke that maybe you've been lying to her this whole time, and that you're actually super evil all along. The maiden laughs at that, saying she wouldn't mind being held captive here. The people in her village are a little exhausting at times, she says. You can't tell if she's into you or not. You're interrupted by another hero in your doorway. This time it's a hero. He was apparently searching for the maiden who was rumored to have been captured by your kind. Captured? Not at all. I only wanted to meet with the Overlord. Didn't anyone read the note I left behind? After everything is explained, the hero expresses his relief the whole misunderstanding hadn't led to any horrible consequences. The maiden apologized for causing trouble, and the hero asked her to return to the village with him. Confusing feelings well up inside your heart. I'm surprised that you had one of those to begin with. You don't want the hero to take this maiden away from you. Possessive. Now, let go. You're certain she'll return to spend more time with you. You just have to trust in that, you decide. With the hero and maiden gone, you plop down in the comfort of your luxurious overlord bed. Your room feels so empty now. Is this loneliness? You hope your new friend will be back soon. You close your eyes for a while. Until your door slams shut. Before you know it, everything around you is being engulfed by flames. What's going on? You try to escape, but something's blocking the door. You're having trouble forcing it open. But what is this? Someone didn't want you getting out. You being usurped? They have zero foresight. What castle will they rule if this one's burnt? God. You don't want to believe that your underlings have betrayed you, but this is no accident. Those ungrateful bastards. You choke on the thick black smoke from the fire. You can't believe you're being done in by a bunch of cowards. You'll see them in hell. Burned overlord. Okay, crispy. Okay. Can I do this? It probably won't change anything. I don't know. I want to... Actually, okay, you know what? I'll do from the Overlord's perspective. I'll put the dutiful on and go from the Overlord, and then maybe it'll let me have the option to spare him? Maybe? Do that still. Let her stay. Blah, blah, blah. Notice the sounds of battle having started ringing through your castle halls. The maiden is getting nervous, but you reassure her it's only your underlings roughhousing. No big deal. You know, it's probably a hero, but you don't want to upset the maiden by telling her that. Your armor will take care of it. It isn't long before the hero bursts into your room. But he shouldn't have made it here. Why did they stop him? The hero just stands there unsure of himself. He's covered in demon blood. As the maiden speaks to him, trying to explain the situation, you move past the hero and out the door. You're not thinking clearly. Seeing your servants' bodies in pieces all strewn about your castle is really taking it out of you. The hero did this? There's so much blood. Why? Why did he come for the maiden? Did he think she needed rescuing? There's no one for this hero to save here. There's never any harm meant to anyone. You were just talking to her. Why has it turned out like this? The hero starts babbling in sincere apologies and excuses, realizing it's his wrongdoing. But you are far beyond hearing that kind of bullshit. You've had it with these humans always murdering your servants for no reason. You can no longer hold yourself back and lash out at the hero. Oh. When you regain control, there's nothing left of the hero. The maiden has fled in terror. You are alone. Okay. I guess you cannot, okay. Interesting. Let's try this. Okay, we'll still do this. Introduce yourself, blah, blah. But then a hero barges into the room. His clothes are stained by dark liquid, stripping from his weapon, too. You realize it must be the demon blood. Something horrible has happened. Oh, my neck. Confused, the hero asks what's going on. You explain the situation, reassuring him you're ever in any danger. The Overlord walked past the hero and out in the hall. She's wailing. You can only guess what kind of horrible scene he's left for her. The Overlord tears the hero apart in retaliation. You are silently unable to scream. The Overlord, who had just been getting along with so well, has killed another human right in front of you. It's clear now that you have been deceived by her sweet words. Demons are ruthless monsters after all. You somehow managed to slip past the Overlord and make it out of the blood-soaked castle. You never look back. Okay. So you can't... it gives you so much choices until you get to that part. It doesn't let you choose at all. But I can... Trying to figure out what kind of endings I want to do. Alright. We'll try this. We'll do this and make the hero heroic. Still continue same path until here. You feel sudden sharp pain through your back. You look down to see a blade protruding from your chest. Ah, that was careless of you. So this is how you die, stabbed in the back by some cowardly hero. What a joke. You're supposed to be the ruthless one. That's right, humans can't be trusted. Not if this is what they're capable of. You should have remembered that before letting one in. You watch as the hero takes the maiden's hand, leading her through the sea of corpses he'd left in his wake. Captured by a demon. At least you got what she came here for. You join your army in eternal slumber. Okay. Slain Overlord end. Let me try an unpolite maiden. How does this work out? Okay, still continue that. Oh? Oh. Huh. Okay. Let's choose not dutiful but heroic. Understand. He suddenly strikes, cutting through you with his blade. He didn't even hesitate. Ah, you've gone soft. How could you let your guard down like that? How unfair. After all you've done to avoid this outcome. You cannot ruin your destiny. The hero always slays the overlord. You should never trust a human. You watch the hero scorch the main end of your castle. Captured by a demon. And she who actually came here for. Join your army and turn to slumber. Okay. Still gets the same ending. Okay. So that... Well, okay, let's shout for a hero this time. You yell, but a hero does not come. The demon is put off by your sudden shouting. He asks you to keep it down. You apologize. You seem more confused than hostile, which totally catches you off guard. You tell the demon your name and explain that you're a maiden from the village. You tell them that you were thinking maybe you could understand her role better if you were hurried up and get taken away by a demon already. The demon doesn't seem to really been listening to you, which is a little irritating. They agree to take you to their master nonetheless. It's still okay. That's good. Okay. As you think that, a hero enters the room. The hero suddenly dashes toward the overlord, sword drawn. Protect her. You selflessly throw yourself in front of the hero's blade, acting as a shield. It's funny, you think. You never could have imagined this was the way that you'd be. This would be the way that you die. The roles are switched around, but it feels right to you somehow. You're glad your destiny turned out to be saving someone rather than being saved yourself. As your vision fades, you hope everything turns out alright for your new friend. Sacrificial maiden. Okay. So you can... Oh. Okay. So what if we do that? I wonder. Does that change anything if we do that? I don't know. We'll see. Let's be polite this time. Near the castle's entrance, you spy a group of suspicious demons congregating. They're talking about assassinating the overlord. You have to warn her. But the hero shakes his head. He says that if this is the true nature of demons, the world is better off with less of them. This isn't right, you think. What kind of hero passes up the chance to save a life? The demons have taken notice of you. Now or never, you take off into the castle, and the unreliable hero follows shortly after. Okay. You burst into the overlord's room, all your words spilling out at once. You should probably slow down, but there is no time. The overlord seems to have followed your frantic explanation, but clearly doesn't understand the urgency of the situation. The underling you recognized from before barges in, calling you a liar. You're surprised they were part of this evil plot. They seem so nice. The other demons come in right after them, saying the whole thing was the first underling's idea. Everyone's shouting at each other now. It's stressing you out. You're relieved when the overlord demands silence. She threatens them with violence, and you think she is very overlord-like in this moment. The group of demons hiss to each other before shutting the door, leaving the little one behind. You watch as it pounds on the door in distress. Have they locked you all in? You have a bad feeling about this. And thinking that must have jinxed it, because now the room is engulfed in flames. Oh fuck. If only you ignored those demons before, you and the hero wouldn't have stumbled into this situation. If you just pretended not to hear them. If you left as you were told, only the overlord would have been killed. But you couldn't have done that. That path isn't an option for you. You think that no matter what, you always strive for the path where everyone survives. It must exist. It simply must. The overlord seizes her underling. They beg for their life. You pray. You don't know what else to do, so you just pray. The overlord's claws pierce the underling's chest. They scream an awful scream. She digs and twists her claws into the poor thing while you continue to pray. But there's no saving any of you now. You, the overlord, the hero, and the underling's corpse are consumed by flames. Okay. Devout maiden end. Okay. Interesting, interesting. Alright. Possessive? Okay, let's try this. Skip. Keep doing that. If the Overlord objects to the hero's suggestion, you tell her you plan on returning soon, but she isn't having it. You feel nervous. The hero puts on a brave face for you. If you won't let her go, maybe you demons are evil after all. And if you are, I'll be forced to vanquish you. You leave me no choice. The Overlord suddenly jumps the hero. She tears into him with her claws. You want to cry out, but the scream catches your throat. You watch because you can't look away. Has she really been lying to you all along? You wonder, has this your punishment for questioning the divine plan? The Overlord approaches you now. You back yourself into a corner. Their expression is complicated. Being captured by the Overlord in a horrible way like this was your destiny after all. But the Overlord stops, or rather, someone has stopped her. Whatever held back your scream before didn't stop you this time. The Overlord is being ripped to shreds by one of her demon underlings. You think you recognize them, but it's hard to tell with all the blood. Everyone stop moving for now. The room is silent, save for the underlings' heavy breathing. You thank them for what they've done, even though it was awful. You feel you've been rescued from a terrible fate. They look at you, confused for a moment, but then puff out their chest. Oh shit, I forgot what it made his voice like. You should probably go home now. This place is dangerous. You follow their advice, and you make your way out of the castle. You decide never to leave home again for the rest of your life. Okay. Good end, right? Okay, escape maiden and B, right. Okay, good. Alright, what if we get rid of that and go back to her stuff? Possessive, let's see, introduce, we're very polite, blah blah blah. She vows to keep you safe from now on. You're afraid to find out what that means, but there's no one left to save you. You belong to the Overlord now. Okay. Capture maiden and day. Alright. Does this change anything? Possessive doesn't happen till later, but maybe? I don't know. No, okay. Is there a way to, like... This is a bad end. Is this... okay, showing me all the endings that I have. Sure, I haven't really played the Underling much. The Underling devours the magazine. Oh, no, sorry, I want to go back, I meant. Let's go here and let's eat the maiden, I guess. We'll try that. So your two sisters has a favor to ask. Can you consider your options? Maidens aren't the best meal, but you figure you should live up to your demon name and strike back against the humans. You start devouring the maiden without so much as a second thought, and feel quite proud of that. Other humans would surely praise you with curses if they were around to see. Oh man, if only someone could have been watching. Time to find an audience for your evil deeds. You wander into the nearby village. The people are screaming and running away, throwing rocks at you and whatnot. You think that's pretty rude of them. You haven't even done anything yet. Put on a show, change your mind and leave. Leave. You figure if people are this upset at just the sight of you, they won't fully appreciate any terrible acts you'd commit. Also, they might fight back. That probably wouldn't end well. You're just one of the little underlings after all. This whole day has been adequately refreshing. You return to the castle, thinking you'll take a nap. After 3 hours of sleep, you're rudely awakened by the sounds of battle. You emerge from your room to find that a hero has slaughtered many of your friends and work associates. What a jerk! Save yourself. You look around at lifeless forms of those you've known as far back as you can remember. You feel glad not to be in their shoes. You also feel guilty thinking that you flew the castle until you remember your role, not as an underling, but as a demon. This kind of thing is expected of you. Maybe you'll start a new life, far away from any humans or demons, where you'll live peacefully, alone, in some deep dark forest somewhere. Deserted underling. Okay, sure. Hungary. I guess I just go for the other endings after gobbling her up. On a show, you attack the nearest human. He is old and weak, and his bones crunch delightfully. God. Your audience's screams grow louder. Applause. You think, hey, this is actually pretty fun. I should have taken revenge like this a lot sooner. As you continue your bloodthirsty dance, striking the villagers down, you fail to notice a sword-wielding hero running towards you. He takes you out in one swift blow. You're just a demon underling after all. That you die, you think? Yeah, that was totally worth it. The curtain closes. Performer underling, okay. Again. Okay, gobble up. Change your mind to leave. Avenge your comrades. Who does this guy think he is? Coming in here and killing everyone like some maniac. What do we ever do to him? You injured him while he's busy driving a sword into the guard, who sometimes brought you food whenever they noticed you were feeling kind of down. You like that guard. You wish with all your demon heart for this hero to suffer for his deeds. You bite into him, tearing flesh from bone. It tastes like iron. The hero struggles, you feel his sword go through you, but there's no pain, only retribution. One of your comrades pile onto him as your consciousness fades. The hero is overtaken, your army is won. You have earned your rest. Okay. Victorious underling, huh? Alright, let's undutiful him after eating. Let's become disloyal. You tell them you were just joking. Clarify you're totally in it to win it. They say you're always terrible at jokes. Whether or not you actually feel like killing the Overlord, you know how bad it'd be to end up on the wrong side of things. If this assassination deal doesn't pan out, you can always pretend that you were innocent all along. But beneath your shield of faux confidence, you worry about what you're getting yourself dragged into. You follow your friends outside the castle to talk more about the plan. You're curious if they have any idea how they want to go about this. They figured they'd just lock her in a room and set it on fire. What a stupid plan. It can go wrong in so many ways. You realize your friends are just a bunch of directionless thugs, useless without someone's guidance. Your guidance. There'd probably be casualties if you fought her head on, and while showy deaths make a revolution a heck of a lot more fun, it's probably the wrong way to go. Your friends agree and suggest that you play the assassin. You really didn't want it to come down. You really didn't want it to come down to this. But you can't back down now. You have to be the one to assassinate the Overlord. Besides, no one has any better ideas. You sneak into the Overlord's room. She's taking a nap like usual. This is almost too easy. You silently approach your master. She looks so peaceful. Time to die. You figure the cleanest way to do would be to dig your claws into her throat. So you do just that. She wakes, but not in time to stop you. You watch as she chokes on her blood, cursing you before finally expiring. That felt terrible. Remind yourself it was either her or you. You weren't about to let yourself get killed by anyone. You leave the room and find your friends waiting just outside. They look pleased. Only now do you realize they must have been planning to use you like this from the beginning. You're the new ruler of the castle. Your subjects bow before you. You live in fear that they will one day betray you, as you had betrayed your Overlord. Lord Underling. Okay. Okay, do this. Kill the Overlord. Let's see what chicken out is. You don't want to kill her. You can't go through with it. You try to leave the room, but find your friends blocking the exit. In a panic whisper, you ask them to let you out. This seems to have been their way of testing your loyalty. Each of them is pretty fucked up. It asks to be let out. The Overlord stirs in her bed. While your head is turned, the demon shut the door. You scramble to the Overlord's closet to hide before she wakes up and sees you. There's nothing you could possibly say to explain this and survive. You're trembling. You can't believe those assholes will bully you like this. You feel like crying. Light flickers at your feet. Doesn't take you long to realize they set the room on fire. You hear the Overlord trying to get out the door open, no avail. You're both trapped. Too afraid to move, you resign yourself to your fate. You and the Overlord burn together. Okay. Okie dokie. I don't know. Let's see. Tell them to get back to work. We'll try that. You give them a lecture about responsibility and unquestioning obedience. Your servants ought to do what they're told, whether they like it or not. They look really unhappy with you, but you're sure they'll thank you for this later. Venturing too far from the castle tends to spell death. You dismiss the underling and lie down in your nice and comfy Overlord bed, while that lecturing made you want to take a nap. You fall asleep pretty quickly. Just another one of your amazing talents is the Overlord. You're awakened by one of your underlings. They brought you a hero who inquires about a missing maiden. You tell him you don't know anything. He must never really visit this place. He believes you and goes home. To your surprise, you figured he might try to fight you, but you're glad to get back to your nap instead. Till you wake up to something completely unexpected. Before you know it, everything around you is being engulfed in flames. What's going on? You try to escape, but something's blocking the door. You're having trouble forcing it open. What is this? Someone didn't want you getting out. You being usurped? They have zero foresight. Okay, yeah. You saw that part already. Let's see that ending from this perspective, I guess. Go back to work. One of your underlings is tearing your throat out. Try to struggle. You can tell you're already mortally wounded. What have you done to deserve this kind of ending? You curse at them, choking your own blood. You die wondering if you could do anything to prevent this. Okay. Unchecked disloyal, then tell him back to work. But okay, no. Alright, not hungry then. We'll do this. You thought you told the underling to do the job, not drag strangers into your room. It looks like they took an unauthorized breakaway from the castle. You scold them, but ultimately you're a little interested in this guest, so you let them off easy. That underling's not so bad. It's a maiden from the nearby human village. She says her role is to be captured by you. The maiden goes on to say that she's been getting very impatient thinking about her impending capture. She's come here to speed things along. Oh, okay, that's already, thought she better go home. You'd love to have all the conversations in the world with your new friend, but having a human girl here would definitely cause trouble. You put on your mean face and tell her to get lost. But the maiden turns out to be very stubborn. You don't want to hurt her, but you also really want her to leave in case something bad happens. This whole situation is just asking for trouble, you think. Against your better judgment, you let her hang out for a while. You enjoy a nice long chat with her. Okay, let's skip that. Keep her here, or let them go. Now let's do the let them go part this time. Okay, yeah. Actually, yeah, I didn't do the possessive as her, so I might as well do that. Do it again. Do that. Keep her here. The maiden came here to be captured by you, didn't she? You'll grant her wish. You tell the hero you wouldn't let him take her home. The maiden assures you she'll be back, but you don't budge. The hero is cautious now. If you won't let her go, maybe you demons are evil after all, and if you are, I'll be forced to vanquish you. You have no choice. You destroy the hero before he can steal your maiden away. She's frightened. You don't understand why. Didn't she say she prefers this place to her village? Now she doesn't have to leave. You take a step toward the maiden, she backs herself into a corner. You don't understand. She wanted to stay here with you. The hero was trying to get in the way of that. You had to kill him. So be sure to keep this maiden very safe from now on. Selfish overlord. How do I get the last maidens? The last... Or presumably last. I think the thing has been expanding each time. Maiden. I guess I technically haven't seen that version with him being hungry. Let's do that. The demon suddenly jumps you and starts biting a lot. How painful! The punishment is completely stupid, you think? Why couldn't you have been more patient? Why'd you go looking for trouble? You aren't angry or anything, of course. This is all your own fault for trusting a demon not to devour you on sight. And this is your punishment for questioning fate, you guess. And bit by bit, you're swallowed by the demon until you are no more. Consumed maiden. Okay, no hungry. Let's see, maiden, how do I get here? Antisocial, and I can go this way. Or, what's this? There is a way I can get this way? There is a way to get here. Heroic. Maiden stops, doesn't stop. I mean, that'll be a bad end. Right, I guess we can do that too, just to see some of the endings we know we can get. Introduce yourself, blah, blah, blah. She lectures the underling that brought you here, who apparently has been told not to leave their post. You wonder what cruel punishment awaits them, but to your surprise, she lets them off easy. The underling is dismissed, and the overlord turns to you, looking very interested. Okay, we did that. The overlord tells you again you should just get lost. How rude, you just got here. Obey her, refuse to leave. Oh, obedient, there we go, there's a new thing. You don't want to cause any trouble, so you figure it's time to go home. Along the way, you encounter a hero. He asks you what you're doing. Don't you know the Overlord's castle is like right there? You explain everything that happened. The hero seems to think you're lying to him. He asks if you've been brainwashed by the demons. What nerve? You're very upset the so-called hero would treat you this way, and leave in a huff. You return to the village alone. Everyone was very worried about you. They surround you with 1,000 questions, and you tell them your story. As you explain the Overlord never had any intention to harm anyone, you notice he looks of uncertainty in the crowd. People are whispering things to each other while you speak to them. You're loudly interrupted by an older man. He rudely calls you a demon sympathizer. The crowd is growing unruly. You don't understand. You only told them the truth. Do they not believe you? Everyone begins speculating what must have actually happened. They weave elaborate lies and ask you to prove your innocence. How could you have returned without the aid of a hero, they ask. You could not have possibly escaped the Overlord on your own without harm. You must be conspiring with the demons, trying to trick everyone to believe they aren't the horrible creatures we know them to be, so they say. Have the people of your village always been this blinded by the fierce hatred of things they've never cared to know? You wonder how you missed that before. You are seized by the crowd, and voices from all sides are calling for public execution. You are burned at the stake. Oh, you don't want to die. You wonder, would it have been better to hide the truth? You don't like the thought of that. You've always lived so honestly. Why has this happened? Why are you being punished? You hear the dissenting voices of your family and neighbors, but they, like you, are powerless against the momentum. They can only watch as you burn. You can only cry for them. You are so, so sorry. Sorry. Jesus Christ. Executed me, God. Alright, so I have the obedient thing, but let's not be obedient this time. Let's refuse. You put your foot down and tell her you're not going anywhere. You still want to fulfill your destiny, even if you have to make it happen on your own. She's a little frustrated at your stubbornness, but doesn't kick you out or anything. Hooray! The Overlord shares many stories about demons with you, and little by little, you realize they might not be the ruthless. Oh yeah, we already went to that. Do nothing this time. The hero's blade pierces the Overlord, and she lets out a horrible scream. You flinch. The Overlord is slain. The hero smiles and holds his hand out to you, saying it's time to go home. His glove is drenched in blood. Hesitantly, you take his hand. The hero guides you to the castle, past the corpses of his enemies. You try to keep your eyes at your feet. There's blood everywhere. You shut your eyes, but even then, you can't escape the smell. All of this was because of you, wasn't it? You exit the castle, and the hero leads you back to the village. Everyone celebrates the hero's great triumph over the demons. You feel sick, but you take part of the festivities regardless. Complacent maiden. Actually, I'm gonna be right back. I really gotta pee. Where's my BRB? Bloop. I have returned. Taking a nice gulp of water. Alright. So what was... As the maiden, I can go... So dutiful. So if he's not dutiful, we can see that side. Alright, let's see... Or if he... Oh yeah, if he's not dutiful. Let's go not heroic as well, I think, right? Hold on, am I misunderstanding this? So if we go this path, while she's antisocial, do this. He's not dutiful. Okay. I think I understand that. I could be wrong, but, and refuse to leave. No, okay. Never mind. I've misunderstood that, apparently. Alright. Hero, I haven't gotten many endings for Hero, I guess. Let's try... Obedient, she runs from you. Obedient, you talk. They lead to the same outcome? Okay, let's do... have her be obedient and let's do all that stuff. Alright, let's go. Alright, you want to be dutiful. On your way to the Overlord's castle, you spot a maiden heading back toward the village. She couldn't have come from the Overlord's castle, could she? This may be the exact maiden you're currently seeking to rescue. You approach her with curiosity, and she runs from you for some reason. You wonder what that's all about. You remember you're covered in demon blood. Not wanting to look like you're a crazy person chasing after her or anything, you nonchalantly walk back to town. As you walk past the town square, you notice the whole village is crowded around. Is that the maiden you saw earlier? She's bound to a wooden stake. The crowd is in a frenzy. Smoke begins to rise, and you stand idly by as flames consume the maiden. She must have done something horrible to deserve that. You decide to call it a day and return to your house, but you can't escape the sinking feeling. Maybe you aren't cut out for this role. Spectator hero. Okay. So what did that do on... Okay, that's that. So if... obedient but you talk? What does that mean? Please. Oh, so that's non-dutiful. Okay, as long as I'm not dutiful. Antisocial. Okay. So no duty. Let's do that. Let's blah blah blah. Float a card. Blah blah. Yes, man, what she's doing. Don't she know the Overlord's castle is right there? It's dangerous. The maiden explains she spoke with the Overlord. Turns out the demons never had any diabolical plans to harm the village or anyone in it. Her story? You have no reason to assume she's lying to you, even though her story is kind of hard to believe. You feel you should trust her. You tell her you're pretty surprised everyone has been wrong about demons all along. The townspeople must be informed of this immediately. But you return to the village. They'd all been so worried. They praise you for your bravery. The maiden quickly sets the record straight. There's nothing she needed to be rescued from the first place. The villagers look to you for the explanation. You politely inform them it isn't your story to tell. You merely ran into her on the way to the castle. She explains the Overlord isn't interested in capturing maidens or anything of the sort. The villagers turn to you again in disbelief. They aren't being subtle on how little they trust the maiden's story. You totally believe her, but to placate these fair citizens, you volunteer to speak to the demons personally, just in case. The crowd breaks into hushed whispers. You're too busy thinking what a great and reliable hero you are to hear what they're saying. The town elder's voice breaks you out of your thoughts. He implores you to meet with the Overlord immediately and says they'll all keep an eye on the maiden until you return. You figure that sounds alright, but the mood is kind of intense for some reason. Did you miss something? You aren't sure what's going on, but you get the feeling it might be bad to leave the maiden on her own. She suddenly takes off running. Oh, you thought the two of you were in this together. Her actions have convinced the crowd that she's obviously been a liar and a witch from the start. People are shouting for you to hunt her down and her demon friends down already. That doesn't sound like a very heroic task. You can't but feel these people are wrong. It's up to you to catch her and talk to the demons in order to clear up this misunderstanding. You valiantly dash after the maiden toward the Overlord's castle. The air becomes dark and thick as you enter deep into the demon territory. Evil miasma? No, you realize it's just normal smoke. You see the maiden ahead, but she stopped in her tracks. The Overlord's castle engulfed in flames. You're only taking an eye off the maiden for a second, but she's already disappeared. You get close to the castle, but the smoke is so thick now, you think of turning back. The maiden might need your help, but you can barely see. She could be impossible to find. She could have been lying to you all along. Was this a trap? Would it be worth risking your life through on that chance? Your legs feel heavy. No, going in there would be suicide. Oh. Blech. Damn. Okay. So that's that ending if I trust. Disloyal. So obedient. That's bad end. Blah 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 blah. Disloyal. Oh, okay, I can do that. Or that way too. So either way, have that guy be disloyal. So we're currently on... What do we have? If she's trusting, and you trust us. 3 paths. So how do we get... She's not polite? I don't know. Oh, diplomatic. Wait. Oh, wait, what? Trusting. Oh, we did get it. We get a new thing. Got a new thing. Oh, shit. Cool. I don't know. Alright, but let's, Fleeing. Let's do that. She can't be sure. You're not sure you should listen to the maiden. You've been taught your whole life demons are evil. You ask if she's sure about all this, but she gets very upset that you think she would lie to you. She storms off before you can say anything else. You decide to return to the village, certain she must have been the kidnapped maiden you were sent to rescue. Glad that took care of itself. Take your time walking home. Travel well done today, you think to yourself. As you walk past the town square, you notice the whole village. Okay, same thing. She seemed nice though, you think. Evil comes in all forms, you reassure yourself. Okay. Spectator hero and A. Okay, so if if I... Does it end any differently if I believe her this time? No, okay. I'm trying to figure out the pathing here. It's only a 4. Well, okay, if... If he's hungry... Dutiful and hungry. Okay, I'll do that. I just want to get some of the other endings. Dutiful, blah blah blah. Gather your courage. This is what must be done in order to rescue the maiden. These are all evil demons anyway. The world is much safer with them gone. That's what you tell yourself while you kill one after another on your way to the Overlord's chambers. The Overlord appears, demanding to know what the hell you're doing murdering all her soldiers. You get straight to the point and ask her where the maiden is. She feigns ignorance, a convincing act, but you won't be fooled. If the maiden isn't here, then what happened to her? You can see only one answer. The Overlord definitely captured her. In fact, it's possible she's already been devoured. Thinking about that poor maiden's fate fills you with hatred. You fight the Overlord with everything you got. You become strong from the hordes of demons you took down before this final battle. The Overlord is almost no match for you. You cut her to pieces. The Overlord has fallen. You breathe a sigh of relief, but your job's not finished. You search the castle. Unfortunately, you find no sign of the maiden within its walls. Just as you suspected, she must have already been devoured. You feel hollow. The great evil has been banished from this world. But what does that matter if you're too weak to save someone? You stand alone amidst the carnage and ponder what it means to be a hero. You return to the Overlord's remains and wrap her head in your cape and to bring back to the village. Show that your great victory will be celebrated. Failed hero. Okay, so I did that one. So if we do okay, that led to a bad end. I want to try and go, well, they're all bad ends, but let's try and, I want to get down here. So he has to be disloyal, the underling's disloyal, and then I don't know what this one is. Is this the other, oh, this is probably the other one that I don't have the other traits. Oh, can I, oh, right, I haven't tried the maiden side for him being trusting. Make you not hungry, make you disloyal. Now, let's try this. We'll be polite and obey. I was very surprised to hear that demons don't seem to be as malicious as you were raised to believe. The two returned to the village, hoping to communicate this to everyone. They had all been so worried they were very glad the hero brought you back. You quickly set the record straight. You weren't rescued because there was nothing to be rescued from in the first place. The villagers seemed confused and looked to the hero for the explanation. He tells them he only ran into you on his way to the castle, and that this isn't really the story to tell. You explain to them how you met the Overlord and that she's not actually interested in capturing maidens or any other mean things like that. The villagers look again to the hero for confirmation. You feel a little miffed that they seem to prefer his word over yours, but you don't say anything about it. The hero proclaims that he believes your story, but volunteers to go talk to the demons himself, just to make absolutely sure. The crowd breaks into hushed whispers. You hear words like trickery and demon sympathizer being thrown around, which makes you frown. You're pretty shocked that everyone's this hesitant to believe you. Does the hero even trust you? You aren't sure anymore. An old man implores the hero to go speak with the Overlord immediately. He says you should be held prisoner and considered dangerous until the hero returns. Much to your disbelief, the crowd agrees with him. Because, of course, if you're conspiring with the demons, they can't afford to let their guard down. The whole village will be slaughtered by monsters. The hero doesn't say anything. He was tied up and tossed into a cell at this rate. If you're going to be held captive by anyone, it's going to be the Overlord, not your fellow countrymen. No, resolute. Grab the hero and run. You boldly announce that you'll accompany the hero to prove yourself. You'd rather risk what's out there instead of staying in the village that doesn't trust you. No one seems to know how to react. You grab the hero by the wrist and take off before anyone stops you. Near the castle's entrance, you spy a group of suspicious demons congregating. Talking about assassinating the Overlord. You have to warn her. But the hero shakes his head. He says if this is what the true nature of demons... Oh, we already saw this part. Blah, blah, blah. Okay. So that still leads to that end? Hold on. So that... Okay, so we don't want disloyal. Over here's the plot. I know I need another thing for her. She needs a different thing to get this next. Okay. And just figure out how to get her other traits. Her one other trait. Which one's this? Heroic, dutiful, heroic, and then martyr. Alright, let's do that ending. Dutiful, heroic, martyr. And then what else do I need? Does it matter what I need for that one? The Overlord allows the main to stay. Okay. Allows the main to stay. I guess that's fine. Oops. Nope. Sorry, I didn't mean to go that far back. Overlord. Blah 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 blah. Don't think that part matters. Let her stay. The main shouts something behind you. And you turn just in time to see her throw herself between you and the hero's blade. It pierces her chest, and she falls to the floor, lifeless. As the pool of blood beneath her grows, so does your rage. This hero has taken everyone from you now. You lose control. The hero is obliterated. But your hatred for the humans has not yet been sated. You want to destroy them all and become the ruler of the entire world. Oh. Vengeful Overlord, okay. That's, okay. Okay. Became very extreme iron. That's not how we get the other thing, I guess. Trusting. Alright, so what do we need? Disloyal. Trusting. Obedient. So we need disloyal, but not coward. We can't have coward. Okay, good. Trusting, but not either of those, right? Hungry. Oh, this needs to do the hungry route too. Okay. So not dutiful, good. Trusting. Okay. And then hungry, right? That's how that's supposed to work out, I think. That doesn't matter, I don't think. Oh, that doesn't. What? Oh, no. Oh, wait, did I need disloyal? Hold on. I do need disloyal. How do I get here then? What? Coward. The Lord awakens, disloyal, but trusting. Huh? How do I get to this one? Do I have to have... Oh, do I have to have her obedient? Antisocial? Okay, let's try that path then. Let's have her... She's obedient. Let's try antisocial or that. It doesn't matter what that one does. Oh, alrighty. You're awakened by one of your underlings. The hero wishes to speak with you. He inquires about a maiden who was rumored to be here, but you've never really seen her. Demons don't visit often, or ever, really. As the hero takes his leave, you wonder why he totally trusted you there. Hero shouldn't have killed demons. This guy seemed like he was bad at his job, in your opinion. Whatever, you're still feeling sleepy, so you go right back to your nap. Okay. That happened. Remember now, you gave this one a day off. This is how he repays you? I wonder if you could have convert this. Okay, so that still equals that end. I can't get my other thing with that. That's still not. How do I? So he's a coward. It's still a bad end. How do I get this? How do I get to here? Huh. Wait, I'm confused. Because if obedient, he would have. Oh, did I make him dutiful? No, I didn't. Heroic? Not dutiful. Trusting. I'm confused. Oh, hungry? Is that... Do we... not do hungry? Maybe... Oh, because that path... That's weird though. It looks like it should be that path, but maybe not. So let's not have him be hungry then? Okay, I don't know. I don't think this one really matters much. How to go home. The maiden does what she's told and takes her leave. You figure you may as well get back to bed now. But you don't get to rest for very long. The maiden suddenly bursts into your room, accompanied by a hero. She's trying to frantically communicate something to you, but you're still half asleep. They tell you a group of demons is after your life. You still don't grasp the urgency of the situation. One of your underlings barges in next, shouting that humans are liars. They're followed by another group of demons, crying that everything was that first underling's plan. Everyone's shouting over each other now, and it's very annoying. You yell for all of them to shut their traps. You have no doubt your servants would let their ambition cloud their... You have no doubt that your servants would let their ambition cloud their judgment and lead them to try to take your throne. Regardless of who led this conspiracy, I have no choice but to punish everyone to keep you all in your place, crushed beneath my heel. Saying that makes you feel very overlord-like. You aren't sure if you have the strength to back it up, though. Lately, all you do is sleep. Okay. The group of demons start muttering something about going back to Plan A and suddenly slam your door shut. You, the maiden, the hero, and one of your underlings are trapped inside. In an instant, the whole room is in flames. The underling pounds on the door, cursing at their friends for betraying them. The hero pounds on the door as well, vowing to slay the cowardly demons on the other side. So this is how you'll die, burned alive in your own room by those you thought you could trust the most, or trust, whatever. You should have expected this from a bunch of idiot demons, though. You notice the maiden crying. Why does she have to die over something that has nothing to do with her? Perhaps she was cursed from the moment she spoke to you. You wonder if you're cursed as well. You're so filled with anger and frustration, you don't even notice that you grabbed the underling. Those traitors blamed everything on. They cry for mercy, saying they were dragged into this plot knowing they'd be killed if they took your side. They cry they didn't want to have to kill you. You almost feel sorry for them. Forgive them. You release the underling. Killing them wouldn't make you feel any better. Besides, they've already gotten their punishment. You all burn together. Everyone dies. Overlord's true end? Before you're taken back to reset the story once again, you pause for a moment. Oh? True end, you say to yourself. What was the point of all my effort if the true ending is this terrible? You must have forgotten where you were. This is the bad end theater. Is the pain setting in? Oh, but you should have been well aware of what you'd be shown when you entered this place. It's a problem I've seen quite often. At some point, you grew attached to my little cast. You started to relate to their flaws, their plights. You started wishing for their happiness. But you aren't gonna find that here in my theater. My lovingly crafted labyrinth of suffering? Anyway, I hope you pardon the interruption. You're making great progress. The choice to continue on to the next ending is always yours. I'll leave it to you, dear guest. Oh. Okay, well now we have the merciful thing. So that has to unlock down here. True end. Disloyal. And that's just the other. Okay, I guess I can get her other ending by not being merciful. That's only 9. Oh, this one too. Trusting. How do I even get to that? Disloyal, trusting. I don't understand how I get to that one specifically. Because that one, I'm confused. Try that again, just to get that other ending, I guess. And then, blah 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 blah. Dark retribution. You pierce their chest with their claws. They scream. The hero backs away. He is wise not to interfere. They've stopped moving, but you keep digging and twisting your claws into them. It doesn't make you feel any better. The underling's corpse burns along with you, and the 2 humans. Okay. Yeah. Reset. Okay. So how do I get that last one? Do I not have her be resolute then? Interesting. So here on the maiden go. Obedient. What? I'm a little confused on how to get towards this side, this one. Let's get back to that, because I have... who has the least? Hero has the least stuff that I've done. So, everything's fine. Okay, so this is diplomatic and... fleas and diplomatic, okay. Then disloyal would lead us down... Oh, okay, disloyal would lead us down here. Okay. Possessive... Okay, let's do possessive. Alright, do this, blah blah, flee, believe. As you stand there not sure what to do, the maiden announces she's going to prove her story to the village. She drags you along with her. She has much better odds with you around, so that you don't object. Adventure awaits! When you make it to the castle, you spot a group of suspicious demons hanging around near the entrance. You can't overhear their conversation. They're talking about assassinating their overlord. This proves to you that demons really are foul creatures. We have to tell her about this. You don't understand what the maiden's thinking. They're always better off with less demons. They're all cold, ruthless creatures that should be destroyed. And those same creatures have just noticed you eavesdropping. The maiden takes off from the castle. You have no choice but to follow. You burst into the overlord's room. The maiden frantically tries to communicate what you just overheard. A demon underling barges in next, calling you liars. It's followed by the group from the entrance, who shifts the blame back onto the little one. These demons only care about themselves. How low can they be? You begin shouting at them, and the whole room dissolves into noise until the overlord yells for everyone to shut their traps. She threatens them with violence. This overlord is no better than her subjects. You grip your sword tightly. If you have to cut through everyone here to get those maidens to safety, you certainly will. The group of demons hiss to each other before shutting the door, leaving the brunt of the litter behind. You glance around for another exit, but there isn't one. You have a terrible feeling about this. In an instant, the whole room is in flames. What kind of demonic magic is this? The underling pounds on the door, upset that it's been betrayed. You join it, vowing to slay the cowardly demons on the other side. The next moment, the overlord has taken hold of the underling. It's crying for mercy. She thrusts her claws into the underling's chest and lets out a horrible scream. You back away. You won't be the next target of her rage. She continues to dig and twist her claws into its limp body. You can no longer watch. You look to the maiden. She's crying, hands clasped together in prayer. To have faith at a time like this, you envy her. The two of you, the overlord and the underling's corpse, are all consumed by flames. Okay. I guess I can get all of their quote-unquote true endings if I make her merciful, right? So do that again, believe her, do that, blah blah blah. Is she going to kill it as a retribution? It continues to cry and make excuses, but the overlord does nothing. To your surprise, she lets it go. Are demons capable of mercy? I guess it doesn't matter now. You all burn together. Okay, well, hero's true end. No matter the perspective, the true ending remains the same. That's what makes it true. You couldn't resist seeing it for yourself, though, could you? I wonder what will happen when you collect them all. Will you give in to despair? Give in to despair? Or... Well, let's see. So, trusting. We need trusting for the hero. Diplomatic, too. Okay, I mean, diplomatic, disloyal. Actually, trusting doesn't matter per se, I guess. It depends. Well, it depends on her actions, I guess. If we're gonna be obedient, make him trusting, and then disloyal. Okay. Diplomatic we need to have though. Diplomatic for sure. Blah 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 blah. Sure, polite. Obey her. Blah blah blah. All right, grab the hero and run. The overlord spares the underling. You feel relieved, but does it make any difference? Will you all burn together? I don't know. We haven't seen them actually burning yet. Can't end like this. You want to answer the maiden's prayers? You've decided to find a way to save everyone. But retracing the paths we've seen so far, there doesn't seem to be any room to avoid a bad ending. Oops. Is there really nothing you can do to keep them all from getting killed in the end? If there's nothing you can do by acting from within their story, maybe it's time to take things into your own hands. Oh, okay, all on fire, and now, okay, what? Boldly insert yourself into the story and use your incredible power to warp everyone to safety. You didn't know you could do that, but what's going on here? You take a moment to get a good look at yourself. You are you, but why are you pitch black? You feel like this body doesn't actually represent you, but you move past it. The hero, maiden, underling, and overlord have been staring at you too. They look like they don't really know what they're supposed to do right now. I guess that's because you're usually the one guiding them. What will you say to them? I've come to save you. You explain to the group that you've witnessed their many terrible intertwining fates. Now you're searching for a good ending. Of course, this makes no sense to any of them. Only the maiden understands your compassion. My prayers have been answered. You must be... her god? No, you're merely the player. If there was any god here, they'd be the final boss. That's just how these role-playing games go. Now you realize what the real true ending must be. Now, enough of this. I admit I've been encouraging you all along, but a self-insert story? How passe. You watch helplessly as tragedy descends from the heavens. You didn't honestly believe you're the only one who could force your way onto the stage, did you? I am the narrator, storyteller, god of this world. Call me Tragedy if you'd like. Darkness envelops your party. You don't mind if I send each of them back to relive one of the many bad endings, right? You're alone in the darkness with me. Tragedy. I sincerely hope you've been enjoying your time in my theater. Though I can't abide you stealing the show without permission. It's quite disrespectful. I'm sick of all these bad endings. And frankly, you should have never come to a place called Bad End Theater. Haven't we already been over this? You think defeating me might just be the only way to see a better ending? It's all that's left for you, isn't it? Well, this does sound like it could be entertaining. Show me what you've got. Time to fight God. I do love to dethrone God. Stage set for a final battle against me, the god of this world. What will you do? How will you fight against tragedy itself? I'd love to see it. Attack, I guess. You try your best to tear me down, but you can't seem to do any damage. You don't truly exist in this world, after all. Oh, is that all? You'll never defeat me like that. Right. Perhaps you don't understand just how outclassed you are here. Behold, my beautifully tragic tales. Doesn't seeing them all again make your heart ache? You've witnessed 31 of my painstakingly crafted endings. Your heart does indeed ache for these characters. How could you want to put an end to all this? Do you truly care for them that much? They're still suffering backstage, you know. It's a shame they couldn't make it here to the end of the world. That's right. You came here to save them. You can't do this alone. Saman. You find the hero in his home, hunched over a sewing table. Your sudden intrusion scares the hell out of the poor guy. Are you some kind of demon? You explain that no, you're not a demon. You're... How can you explain it in a way the hero can understand? Instead, you ask what he's sewing. Oh, this? I craft all my own hero gear. He senses pride in his hobby. You wonder if the costumes are what attracted him to the role of hero. But would you like some clothes? You don't seem to be wearing any. Oh, I'm a nudist. You remember the state of your body to decide that, yes, some clothes from the hero would be nice. He's overjoyed by your answer. Apparently his outfits are too gaudy for the other townsfolk, so no one else wants them. The true end for the hero suddenly becomes clear. You offer to change his fate. I can make a living as a tailor rather than a hero? Please, tell me what I can do to reach that dream. The hero will now fight alongside you. Oh, okay. I agreed to follow you, but I didn't expect to face something like this. The hero has arrived. We really couldn't have a final boss battle without him. You're the one who's been killing us? Murderer. I can't truly call myself a hero until I see you defeated. We'll see about that. Tragedy attacks with a terrible fate. Ow. Should probably keep summoning them, I guess. You happen to find the maiden as she exits the church, her heart set on meeting a demon. Perfect timing. She approaches you having already taken notice of your odd form. Excuse me, are you a traveler? I've never seen anyone like you before. You explain that no, you're not a traveler. Well, maybe you are in a sense. You've come all this way. The maiden regards you with excited curiosity. Then perhaps you might be a demon? I was hoping I would meet one today. You think of all the terrible fates that hope would bring about. She's the catalyst of the story, after all. My role as the maiden is to be captured by the Overlord, but you see, I've grown so tired of waiting. Remember this part, so you want to understand her role better, and so you ask what it is she's really been hoping to gain from this. The maiden is confused by her question. Perhaps it was as simple as wanting to reach the place she felt like she belonged. The true end for this maiden suddenly becomes clear. You offer to change her fate. If there's something I can do to find fulfillment, then please guide me. The maiden will now fight alongside you. What is this horrible creature? You wound me, dear maiden. Is tragedy such a terrible thing to behold? I remember now. I remember all the awful things you put us through. This should be familiar to you as well. Tragedy attacks with terrible fate. But ouch. Alright, summon. You approach the gates of the Overlord's castle. The underling is on guard duty as you expected. They call out to you. The other demon guard is sound asleep. Hey, you're a pretty weird looking intruder. What do you want? You explain that no, you're not an intruder, although you're definitely intruding into the story right now. You tell the underling you've come to save them from tragedy. Okay, try saving me from boredom first. I hate this job. The underling snickers. You ask what kind of job they'd rather have. It'd be best if I didn't have to work at all. I just want to live a carefree life, never get bossed around or picked on. You think of the underling's friends who had bullied them into an assassination plot only to betray them in the end. If they kept better company, maybe they wouldn't feel so restless. The true end for the underling suddenly becomes clear. You offer to change their fate. So there's a way that even work can be fun? Sounds fake, but I'll tag along with you just in case. The underling will now fight alongside you. Hooray! Wait, what the fuck? You didn't think about a boss battle. The underling? He must be desperate to call in such an unreliable ally. Huh, if I beat this guy up, all my problems will be over? Oh, but it won't be that easy. Charge attacks with a terrible fate. Ow. Okay. I think it's doing less damage to me as I summon more of them, which is nice. Ow. You enter the Overlord's room, relieved to see the... God damn it, my fucking neck. My neck just feels so upset right now. It feels off. Awkward. I keep trying to, like, snap it, crack it. Snap, crackle, and pop. Ugh. You enter the Overlord's room, relieved to see the fire contained to the torch's wall on the walls. When you close the door behind you, the Overlord rises from her slumber. Who are you? Have you come to reside in my castle and serve me? You explain that no, you're not here to serve her. It's more like you've come to do her a favor. You ask why she spends all day sleeping instead of commanding her demon army. She laughs in response. Many of my underlings certainly think I should be more aggressive with the humans, like my father before me. His quest for revenge was endless and self-perpetuating. There was a reason I had to destroy him. You can't help but think it's a little late in the game to be getting some new backstory. I have no interest in waging war on the humans. I merely wish to be left alone to live a peaceful, indulgent life in my castle. You realize she must be actually very lonely, only to be surrounded by soldiers instead of friends? No wonder she gets so attached to the maiden. The true end for the Overlord suddenly becomes clear. You offer to change your fate. My own attempts at peace have been rather imperfect. If you offer a solution, very well, I'll follow you. The Overlord now fight alongside you. Full party. Oh snap. I see, so this is tragedy. You brought the Overlord now. I don't stand a chance now. You prevented me from attaining peace for long enough. Prepare to die. I hope you're prepared to face painful deaths as well. Tragedy attacks with a terrible fate. Now the whole party's here. Can you solve my final puzzle? Which combination of behaviors will open the path to your true ending? Show me. Willpower. You're ready to tear her ends here, tragedy. I refuse to give in. The hero uses willpower to overcome tragedy. Tragedy's reeling. Ambition, I'm pretty sure for her. I reach my true end of my own power. The Overlord uses her ambitious nature to overcome tragedy. Tragedy's reeling. Pretty sure tenacity. Knock me down and I'll just come back stronger. I think I changed the voice up slightly that way. Oops. The underling uses their tenacity to overcome tragedy. Tragedy is reeling. I don't know if it's hope or kindness for Maiden. Hope, maybe? Our true endings do exist, they simply must. The main hopes will allow her heart to overcome tragedy. This is it. With everyone's hearts united, you take aim toward your best possible futures. You all unleash one final attack to destroy tragedy once and for all. Well, did I do it? Did it in one go? Oh shit. You've done it! You've managed to defeat me. A tragic ending for tragedy itself? I love it. I must thank you all for filling your roles perfectly. Thank you, hero. Thank you, maiden. Thank you, underling. Thank you, overlord. Enough of this nonsense. We defeated you, so die already. Don't worry. I'll be making my exit shortly. Finally, thank you most of all. We couldn't have made it here without you. Yes, my bad end theater did contain a truly good ending after all. I apologize for antagonizing you for so long. I want to deliver a satisfying story. Was I able to do it? I wonder. Oh, I'm satisfied? Thank you. I really appreciate that. Happy endings should always come easily. Reality is not so kind. But you've earned this one. Here's your true ending. Your true end? Oh. Achievement unlocked. Is that actually the true ending? Oh, okay. I guess I got the true ending. Cool. There's still like a billion, not a billion achievements, but a bunch of achievements to get, so I wonder if I could just rush through a bunch of the endings. Wonder if I can, oh, song. There's song. Cool. Your true end, alright. Nice. Exit the theater, I guess. I did it. Enter. Supposed to have everything. You weren't doing bad endings, now you're back for more. You have to cancel out your true ending if you want to go back to the way things were before our final battle. Should I begin the resetting process? Oh, just reset the whole thing, or just... You missed out on seeing all 41 bad endings. You keep your progress and reset to before you start the true ending. Okay, yeah, just before the true end, or reset. So I can enter the bad end, achieve the bad ends, get the bad ends, because I still haven't unlocked his fourth thing, right? He has, presumably he has a fourth thing. So 31 out of 41 endings I've gotten so far. Yeah, over here, this is the way to get to it? Question. Oh no, I did this one already. They finally overthrow. Huh? Resolute, merciful. So I keep everything as it is, because I think I already had resolute, keep her resolute. Let's do that. I didn't get the underlings. She gives you responsibility to question and straight for her to finish. Oh, I didn't see this yet. Oops. What does she know about anything? Who made her the boss of everyone? You complain about the overlord to your friends. I agree she's kind of a snob and totally deserves to be kicked off her throne. You only wanted to vent your frustrations, but the conversation somehow turned into an assassination plot. You should probably steer in this irresponsible direction. It's not. You tell your friends you were totally not serious about this whole thing. You're actually cool with the status quo. After all, life must be pretty dang good if you only have... The only thing you have to complain about is that you live so comfortably there's nothing to do. There's not, but doesn't seem convinced. You say Kupta would be more than effort than it's worth. You're still gonna be a rebel and sneak out of the castle. Your friends praise your mischievous ways. Okay. Jeez. Blah, blah, blah. The ruler asked if you found this maiden, knowing full well you left the castle when you weren't supposed to. Apologize for disobeying her, but hope that the maiden is interested enough present that you may be forgiven. The ruler nods and said everything's cool as long as you always listen to her from now on. You're impressed with what an easygoing boss she is. You mentioned how you can't believe you and her friends even considered overthrowing her. She gives you a look and you say, that was just a joke, of course. Ah, funny joke. She smiles and dismisses you. You decide it's about time for a nap. Blah, 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 blah. Oh. I forgot about that. I forgot about the hero. Not dutiful. Oops. Oops. Oh, he can't be beautiful. He can't be beautiful. But he has to be... The hero has to be trusting to get there. Either so diplomatic or trust. Diplomatic would go here. So not diplomatic, but have him be trusting. Oops, this one. So I would be trusting. Okay. Blah blah blah. Oh, I should be disloyal though. No, you're sick of this overlord holding you and your friends back. You're up for a change of management. Your friends suggest maybe you should be the new overlord. You like the sound of that. You announced your first act of rebellion to take the day off when you wanted. Your friends aren't very impressed. You show them we'll talk more about the assassination thing when you get back, which satisfies them. Okay. Blah blah blah. Time to quit yelling. Blah blah blah. Okay, this one. Blah blah blah. You and friends turn to notice a pair of humans have overheard your entire conversation. They took off into the castle. Are they headed to the Overlord's room? Fuck. The Overlord would kill you for sure if she found out you were conspiring to take her out. You dash into the castle after the humans. Sure enough, the maiden's already frantically telling the Overlord everything. You shout that the humans are liars. Your friends soon arrive to back you up, except they don't. Instead, they blame the whole thing on you. The car is all your idea, that you're just going with the flow, too scared to refuse your crazy plan. You can't believe they tell the Overlord she's a blatant lie. You always knew better than to trust them. You're the one who didn't have a choice here. You all shout at each other until the Overlord demands silence. Regardless of who led this conspiracy, I have no choice but to punish everyone to keep you on your place, crushed beneath my heel. She sounds tough, but lately all she does is sleep. You doubt her strength. Your traitorous friends approach something about going back to Plan A, and suddenly the door slams shut. You're trapped in here with the Overlord and the two humans. And then the room bursts into flames. Oh. You pound on the door, screaming curses at those who betrayed you. The hero joins you, vowing to slay a lot of them. You'd wish you get that chance. The Overlord grabs you by the throat, you cry for mercy. You force into this mess, you're sure that they would have killed you, sided with her. To your surprise, the Overlord spares you. Or maybe she'd rather see you suffer instead. Looking around, you've gone from one dead end to another. The maiden's crying, the hero is silent. You all burn together. And we got the underling's true end. It's weird how I was able to get only 3 of the true ends, was able to get me the true end. It's still not a way to get... I mean, have her not be merciful, I guess, and then... Blah blah blah, Overlord, blah blah blah, yelling, Overlord, blah blah blah. The Overlord doesn't hear your plea, she drives her claws into your chest. At least she made it quick. Alright. Got that ending. Make her possessive, I guess, right? Because if she's possessive, then... Yeah, diplomatic. Oh, but he has to be diplomatic, though, too. Diplomatic. Okay. Do I still be I can't remember. I forgot if I had to be disloyal or whatever. I guess okay, no disloyal, question mark? Diddling, oh yeah, I do have to be disloyal. What? Antisocial. Oh, not antisocial, right? Oh, not tyrant either. Let's do that, so none of those, just possessive, okay. Let's try this. Start yelling, do that. You sneak up to the Overlord's room. There's a couple of humans in there. You watch the scene unfold. You aren't sure why, but the Overlord suddenly cuts down the hero. She approaches the maiden you brought to her earlier. The Overlord distracted you, figuring this is as good a chance as any. You launch a sneak attack, getting her right in the back. She flinches, giving you enough advantage to take her down. You rip the Overlord apart until she stops moving. That was messier than you would have liked. The maiden mutters something in the corner. Thank you for saving me. It wasn't your intention, but it sounds like you did something heroic. You told the maiden to go home. This place is dangerous. She follows your advice and leaves the castle. Your castle. You're the new Overlord. Okay. A letter flutters down from beyond the curtain. You found lost letter number 3. What the fuck? Huh? 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 What the fuck? My love, I've been feeling a little depressed lately. Many patrons have come to my theater, but none so far have stayed to experience every tale in its entirety. The critics haven't exactly been kind, but I understand. My stories aren't exactly crowd pleasers. Despite that, you always listen to the very end. I'm grateful for that. Hope to see you again soon. Forever yours, Tragedy. Oh. There's the backstory to Tragedy as well. Oh my goodness. Alright, Underling, we've achieved all their endings. Maybe the last one for Overlord, we need so disloyal and hungry, I guess, or not really need to be hungry. He needs to be trusting, not dutiful. Not dutiful, not diplomatic. Presumably not heroic as well. So trusting, diplomat. Wait, just hold on. Was it just trusting? Not diplomatic. Obedient. She needs to be obedient. Not. Let's try not resolute. Not martyr, obviously. So just obedient. Have him be disloyal, but not a coward. Okay, good. Not resolute. No. Alright, let's try that. What do I have to do again? I have to. So to get down this, I have to. It doesn't matter which way that way I do. I need to be antisocial, and then this way. Okay, I'll be antisocial. That okay. That's what I'll do. Blah 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 blah. Antisocial. You wake up with the sounds of battle. A hero's cutting through your army. As your overlord, it's your job to take charge in these situations. You rush out to the end of this hero's pitiful existence. Foul demons! I shouldn't have believed for a second that you were anything but pure evil. I'll exterminate you all. You don't get what he's going on about, but you engage regardless. Our girl's got to defend her people. You clash again and again, but the hero isn't going down easily. You're both dangerously low in health, waiting for others to make a move when your underlings appears behind him. They knock the hero unconscious. You can't appreciate it, but can't they see this was a duel? They don't respond. You sense murderous intent. Your servant tackles you, tearing you apart with their claws. Your struggles retaliate. They've done too much damage. You can barely move now. Your blood is everywhere. You can't believe this has happened to you. Why has this happened to you? You've been slain by your own underling. Okay. Letter flutters down. Okay, cool. I think actually I'll wait. I'll get the other full endings for these guys, and then I'll read all the letters again. That's what I'll do instead of that. Because I'm curious now. Is there a truer ending too? If we get all the letters or something? Or is this just an achievement thing now? Alright. So disloyal is fine. Disloyal, but not that last thing. We still haven't gotten the. Wait, what? How have we not gotten the last thing yet? Disloyal. We've got all the endings. There's no way. I'm so confused. Yeah. Wait. What? How? Oh, not resolute. She needs to not be resolute. Did we do that? Not resolute. Obedient, trusting, antisocial. Okay, hold on. Antisocial, obedient, trusting. There was a way to do this without. Okay. What the fuck? Regardless, it goes to a bad end, but I should still see. Just disloyal. Yeah, just disloyal. Okay, so we'll do that. Don't do that. Disloyal, blah blah blah. You and your friends turned to notice the maiden from earlier has overheard your entire conversation. It'd be bad for you if the Overlord found out about this. Ah, tossed in the dungeon. There we go, kept her. You and your friends seize the maiden and bring her to the dungeon of the castle. It's empty, safe with the decorative skulls. They're only there to make it feel more spooky. The maiden is very upset. You leave her in the cell to continue scheming with your friends. But now our hero has arrived at the front gates. He's asking about a maiden, perhaps the very one you just locked up. The gatekeeper, who must have seen everything, tells the hero exactly what happened. What an idiot, you think? Why give the hero an excuse to start slaughtering us? The hero yells, prepare to face justice, and other such cliché hero lines, before driving his sword into the gatekeeper's torso. You're small compared to a lot of your friends, so you're able to slip away without getting cut up by the sword. You get to thinking, if this hero took down the Overlord for you, everything might actually work out in your favor. You wait for things to die down outside before poking your head out. Spot the Overlord and hero locked in battle. They've worn each other down, making this very easy for you. Once an opening presents itself, you hit the back of the hero's head, knocking him out. What are you doing? Couldn't you tell this was a duel? You don't respond. You have to carry out the assassination. You tackle and rip her to shreds with your claws until she stops moving. You finish off the hero next. You can't let him revive and come after you later. Kind of a cheap victory, but it doesn't make any difference. And anyone who managed to survive comes crawling out of their hiding places. The new rule of the castle. Okay, cool. Alright, so that's the same ending, but now I have the thing. Oh, Puppet Master. What the fuck's that? Puppet Master. What did I do to get that achievement? Oh, just have all their traits or whatever, right? Okay, yeah. Just have all their traits. Alright, Maiden, I got 2 endings left, so we'll just do that one next. Up here. So we need Disloyal, but not Captor, and then Captor. Alright, Trusting. So Antisocial. Obedient, Trusting. Okay. Trusting, well, either way, we need Captor or not Captor, so whatever. Skip around, introduce yourself, obedient, that's that one, right? No? Wait, what the hell? What did I do? What did I do wrong? I did something wrong there. I want to get... Wait, did I make him... I made him disloyal, right? Yeah, disloyal. Confused. Antisocial. Obedient. Trust... Oh, was the hero not trusting? No, he is trusting. What? I'm confused. Wait, how did I not get that one? Okay, Maiden meets Overlord. Antisocial, yep. I left control, yep. Obedient. Hero was trusting. I's not be resolute. No resolute? Okay, not resolute. I guess. No, but this has to be... But that doesn't make any sense. I'm confused. Now let's see. You can prove yourself without anyone's help. Make a run for the Overlord's castle, leaving the hero behind. A suspicious group of demons stand just outside the entrance. They're talking about assassinating the Overlord. They immediately notice you overheard them and decide to lock you in the dungeon before you can cause any trouble. You cry out, but the demons ignore your protests. You can't believe you escaped possibly being thrown into in a cell back in your village, only to be tossed into this awful place. This is terrible. Who's going to keep these demons from harming the Overlord? You hope she can fend for herself. You sure can't. You hear the sounds of battle echoing through the halls outside. Did the hero follow you? If he's out there, your cries can't reach him. After a while, the violence seems to die down. It's impossible to tell what happened. You continue to wait, but no one comes for you. Unable to escape, you rot in that cell. Imprisoned Maiden End. Okay. And then now just get rid of the captor thing, and then... Blah blah blah, did that, obey. Live on your own. They immediately notice you overheard them. The other thing you recognize from before is the first to do something about it. This is just the way it has to be. They suddenly attack you. In that moment, you're having ever trusted the demons. You die instantly. What the fuck? Slaughtered Maiden End. There we go. Lost letter number 2. Alright, solid. I just need to figure out how the hell to get the heroes ends. Alright. God, I have to go all sorts of ways. Okay, so antisocial is the antisocial but not possessive. Just okay, just antisocial. Good. We have that. So okay, she needs to be obedient, and I need trust. Okay, obedient, trust. Okay. Then not resolute. And then he needs to be disloyal. Captor. Okay. Obedient, not resolute, and okay, that should be okay. Believe. Reach the gates. You ask the demons if they've seen the maiden. They have. They inform you she's being held in the dungeon at the moment. She trusts them, and in return they lock her up. So demons truly are truly evil beings after all. You demand they take you to her, but they do not let you pass. You should have expected as much from these unreasonable creatures. You know what you must do. You throw your blade through the demon before you and rush to the castle alone. You're the only one who can save the maiden now. What the fuck are you doing, killing all my soldiers? The Overlord is angry. You vow to exterminate her and all the kind. You clash again and again, but the Overlord isn't going down easily. You're both dangerously low in health when everything goes black. Your quest has come to an abrupt end. Rip. Alright. Okay, so possessive. Not antisocial then? Right, not antisocial. So possessive, flee, diplomatic, not hungry, obviously. Does disloyal? Disloyal does matter, because then that'll happen. So not disloyal then? What about the maiden? What does she need to be? She needs to be... Well, it doesn't matter at this point, I guess. Here, please, because it's not... blah, blah, blah. I mean, I guess I'll just uncheck that anyways, just in case. It's possessive, and we should get that end. Okay, let's see. Blah, blah, blah. I forgot. Shit. Did it have to be dutiful or not? Oh, I forgot already. Oh, goodness gracious. Oh, Jesus Christ. Diplomatic. Yeah, yeah. Okay, diplomatic. Then I don't. The Overlord addressed this. The maiden tries to tell her that she'll come right back. The Overlord refuses to hear it. The maiden seems nervous. The hero, it's your job to mediate situations like these. You tell the Overlord she doesn't let the two of you go, you'll have to assume she's evil. You'll be forced to vanquish her. You leave me no choice. The Overlord pauses before suddenly jumping you. You're helpless as she disembowels you with her claws. How horrible. You came all this way only to be met with this cruel fate. Now you should have destroyed these evil creatures while you had the chance. Your dying wish would mean to somehow make it out of this alive. Naive hero. Okay. Alrighty then. 2 more endings for the hero. So we need... Okay, so again, not... So should not have... Just have everything unchecked for that guy. For the underling. Everything unchecked for the underling. So, dutiful twice in a row. Then I'll be heroic. Then the only thing that matters there is martyr or not. Okay, I think, right? That doesn't really matter. That doesn't matter. Okay, let's see. So do that, and then that one? Slay the Overlord while you can, so as people standing. Huh? No, I've already done that one. Okay, shit. What did I do wrong there? Oh, was it because she was... No, she's nothing, so she shouldn't be... Huh? How did I not get to either one of these? Oh, I have to try and slay the Overlord. Okay. I have to try and slay. Got it. Do that. You lunge forward, driving your blade through the evil Overlord. She screams, then falls silent. The Overlord has been slain. You smile, offering the maiden your hand. She takes it after slight hesitation. She must be surprised at how strong you are. You escort the maiden home. She's oddly quiet on the trek back to the village. She must be too shy to speak. The villagers are very pleased with what a good job you've done. Slaying the Overlord and saving a hostage, there's a huge celebration in your name. Remember for generations as the greatest hero the village has ever seen. Triumphant hero. Okay. And then, just have her be a martyr then. And then it should be fine. And that should be the end. Destroy. You lunge forward to put an end to the evil Overlord, but your blade pierces the maiden instead. She sacrificed herself to protect its demon. It takes you a moment to recover from the shock. The Overlord wails. Why did you do that? You're not sure if the question is directed at you. The Overlord strikes at you in a vengeful rage. You parry as she is slain. Your sword feels heavy. You look at your hands, your clothes. Blood. So much blood. You look to the fallen maiden, wondering what to tell the townspeople. Why would she protect the Overlord? She must have been brainwashed by demonic magic. You pick up the Overlord's head, wrapping it in your cape, and begin your long journey back to town. You'll say that you were too late, but nothing can be done for the girl. The Overlord is slain. There will be celebration. Well, hero end. Alright, solid. Hooray! Alright, now we have all the letters. Let's read all the letters. My love, it isn't just fair at all, is it? For them to force us apart like this, it's unreasonable, cruel. I had to find an outlet for this grief somehow, so I decided to write. and I'll keep writing until the day you find me once more. And then, maybe we could write a story together. I'm waiting for that day. Forever yours, Tragedy. I finally fulfilled a childhood dream of mine. Yes, that's right. I opened up my very own theater. You'd be so proud. If you could only see it. I know how much it would have meant to you. To be at my side on opening night. I'm sorry for going ahead without you. But I thought, if my theater could just become world famous, then maybe you just might hear of it. Wherever you are. I've been feeling a little depressed lately. Many patrons have come to my theater, but none so far have stayed to experience every tale in its entirety. The critics haven't exactly been kind, but I understand. My stories aren't exactly crowd pleasers. Despite that, you always listen to the very end. I'm grateful for that. Hope to see you again soon. Do you remember when we first met? I just finished one of my scripts. One I was quite proud of, in fact. As I read it aloud, you happened to pass by. What a terrible ending, you said. Why should those poor fools have to die? You were so rude. You wouldn't accept any of my justifications, and yet you managed to convince me. It really would be better if everyone could live in harmony, however unrealistic that felt. I look back fondly on the day even now. I wonder if somewhere you're thinking of it too. Forever yours, Tragedy. Alright, so now over here. Okay. Because what I think I have the only achievement left is to. Oh no, I have more achievements. What the fuck? What other achievements are there? I just want to get all the achievements right now. Let's take it again from the top. So I think that's for resetting everything. But wait, there's two more? There should be one for failing the battle, right? And then what would be the other one then? Hold on, I'm looking this up. I'm very confused. I'm confused. I'm huh? What the hell? Why is there three more achievements instead of just two more? What are the achievements? Tragedy's end in your bad end. Tragedy's end? Okay. There's another. Huh? Oh, is it after getting the letters thing? Is that does it create an ending? Hold on. I know someone did a guide, so I'm just looking at these achievements. The other achievements at the very end. Attack keep picking up the wrong tree. Okay, you're a bad end. That's that one. So through the cards, you'll see two options. Pick something missing. Oh, okay. So I do have to beat Tragedy again to get the okay. I have to beat Tragedy again. All right. So I have to both lose and then beat him again. All right, get in like this. Blah blah blah. Skip. All right, let's skip. Blah blah blah. Let's do that. You're that. Skip. Save. Blah blah blah. Doesn't matter. Trying to say my bad endings have gone out of style? You have some nerve. You think defeating me would be the only way to see a better ending? And if I God, defend, try to close off picture stuff doesn't make you feel better. No, is that all? You'd never defeat me like that. Let me try it again. Attack. Try your best. You can't do that. Blah blah blah. You yourself 41 pranks and crested endings. You must be much of a masochist as me. I commend your thoroughness. Surely this character has a special place in your heart. You're still suffering backstage, you know. Shame they couldn't make it here to the end of the world. Okay, I guess I have to do something, because I can't. Here's blah, blah, blah. I have to keep. I think I have to keep summoning. Let's keep doing this. All right, so I'll just do this the wrong way first, and then. Okay. Alrighty, blah 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 blah. Skip. Let's do this the wrong way. Blah 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 blah. And then I still gotta do the wrong thing again. Gotta keep doing the wrong thing. You're overcome by tragedy. Wish to challenge me again. Collect more bad endings. Okay. I'll be waiting. Your bad end. There we go. Cool. Alright. So let's go back here. Yep, I'll find my true ending. Let's go. Skip everything, blah blah blah. Summon. Skippy, skippy, skippy. Skip. Summon. Skip. Summon. Summon. Okay, you need ambition, blah, blah, blah. Tenacity. What was yours again? Hope. And then willpower. Okay. So now I need to choose something missing at the end. You've done it. You've done... Satisfied. No? Did I hit... Wait, what? What happened? Wait. This isn't what it said. It said the credits. But not... I say I'm satisfied? Do I? Okay, it says sit through the credits, and I haven't gotten to that part yet. The credits are here. And then there's something... Okay. Well, if not, then I'll have to do it again. We'll see. You can't skip the credits, though. The credits we always have to go through, I guess. Alright, it's fine. We'll chill. Just actually, I'll be right back. Okay, I've returned. Oh, is this... Oh, is this new? A new part of the song? What the hell? Can't remember. Did that happen already? I don't know. Alright. Something's missing. No, you're still here? The curtain has closed at the final time. I'm shutting down my theater. There are no more tragedies left for me to tell, after all. One more. Me? You'd like to know why I started this theater? Because I'm obsessed with bad endings, of course. Remove the mask. You gently raise your fingers to the cracks in my mask. Piece by piece, it falls apart into your hands, revealing... I should have warned you. This might affect what you think of my stories. You can't but compare my face to the maiden's. I'm not her, but it's not like she isn't me, necessarily. That's how it is with fiction. Would you like to hear? Not another ending, but the truth? Tell me. Alright, one last story. You may already know this, but it doesn't have a happy ending. First, I'll set the stage. In this world, there are no such things as demons or even heroes, really. There was a girl eager to set out, to fulfill some sort of destiny. That part was true. She met someone, another girl. A running theme, isn't it? The maiden and the overlord. The two were inseparable, and for a long time everything was just wonderful. But their families, the communities they came from, neither could approve of their relationship. Words are hard. That is the reality for many. This pair was no different. Despite their best efforts, the world was intent on pulling them apart. She, no we. We used to like all types of stories where love conquers all. Where the strength of your love will pull you through any hardship and everything is okay in the end. I lost her. And then I started this theater. was hoping to find you. It's you! It's been so long. I thought I'd never see you again. You always think of the worst endings. I was about to give up just because things got difficult. Why didn't you reveal yourself sooner? I feel like such a fool. I can say the same to you. You know I can never resist giving your stories a happy ending. So of course I would be drawn to a place like this. Yes, but I didn't think it would actually work. Sometimes everything does turn out okay in the end. Thank you for reminding me of that. I love you. I love you too. Now truly, everyone can live happily ever after. Tragedy's end. Okay. So it's a completely, totally happy ending. um, is there... How do I reset now? Do I enter again and it asks me to reset? Yep. Nothing more to see, my love. If you really want to experience everything all over again, happy to oblige. Begin the process. Let's reset. Keep some. Reset. Total reset. Total reset. Achievement unlocked. Progress has been completely reset. Does this count as a bad ending? Oh, just in case. Total reset end. Okay. That's a bad end theater. About 2 hours, a little over 2 hours took to get through the end. Very short game, but very, very nice, very cool. Huh. That's good. It's a good game. Expected it to take a little longer. I didn't expect it to be done that quickly, to be honest. So I'm gonna do, it might have already appeared accidentally. I don't know why, because I set it to private, but I'm gonna do Stranger in Paradise in a little bit. Maybe like half an hour or something. Maybe less, I don't know. Maybe a few minutes? I don't know. But I'm gonna do it as a separate stream, so I'll end this one, and then, I'll do that stream. Yeah, this is a cool game. Bad End Theater. I liked it. I liked it a lot. Should have played it a lot sooner. Damn. Oh well. Better to get to it eventually than never, right? Alright, I will see you very shortly if you come back to see the Stranger of Paradise Final Fantasy Oranges. Bye-bye-ish?